Today on Paddleboard Places, we are taking you to Weeki Wachee Springs, Florida. It's just a little north of Tampa.
Okay, so once you get your paddle and your life jacket, you walk down this cool path with a bunch of information about this natural habitat. Your guide will grab your paddleboard and bring it to you. And then here is the launch spot. Perfect spot, easy to get into, shouldn't be any problems. So you need to be aware that there are some potential alligators present, and you're not to get in and swim. But given that there are alligators present, you probably don't want to. Okay, this is one of the coolest looking bodies of water we have ever paddleboarded in. And it is amazing. It's clear, there are fish all over, and no alligators yet. But look at how pretty that is. You can see down the bottom. And fish, there's fish all over. You can see them. I don't know what they are, not much of a fisherman, but we've seen at least a dozen or two so far. We've been out for a minute. But beautiful. Love how clear it is all the way to the bottom, and varying terrain with sand and seaweed and lots of trees around the edges. We're using SUP ATX boards today. So far they're good. They're a hard board. Seem like they're decent. All the fish. They're everywhere.
Such a nice paddle because you're not working too hard.
School of fish.
There's a school of fish right there. You see them?
Okay, so far, what do you think?
Oh, it's amazing.
This is a place you got to go to.
Saw a few turtles.
Lots of fish, turtles, no alligators, but I'm sure they're coming around the next corner. The beauty of this place is you put in up at the top of the river and the current just takes you. Allison's standing sideways and we're just moving, not even paddling. So if you want a really leisurely paddleboard trip, this is a great one to go on. You just hang out and let it take you. And you can paddle and go faster if you like. One tip of advice is what?
Bug spray.
Bug spray. But bring a little bug spray. There are some bugs here. We're here in March, late March. And I would imagine the later in summer, the more bugs you might encounter. Lots of turns in here. Something different around every corner. Beautiful place. Still can't find the alligator. Okay, you want to be careful. While this is deeper over here, this part over here is pretty shallow, maybe 3 or 4 inches above the water. And if your fin hits that, you're going to stop cold and fall off. So just be careful on the edges.
We're coming to the end here. You can see the guides at the dock. That's where we need to turn our boards in, and they'll give us a ride back up to the top. We've really enjoyed this trip on the Weeki Wachee Springs, natural springs. Amazing.
Lots of fish. You get a ride back.
There's the van going back to get the next group. It's where they drop you off, right where you started. And bathrooms inside. And it's just amazing. Okay, for ratings.
We loved it. We gave it a 10 out of 10 for everything. The location, the sites, easy to launch. There is a little cost, but that's not so bad. We would have paid double. It was that great.
So we give it a final rating of 10 out of 10.
Would have given it a 12 out of 10 if we could. It's a place you want to go. Weeki Wachee Springs, Florida. You gotta go.
We're planning our next trip to Florida.
Oh, yeah.
And don't forget, click that like button and subscribe.
And until next time, keep on paddling.